What you are looking at here is the image that they gave us last time before the competitive drive started about what the signatures are going to be. Now, this picture was with a segment in the dev blog about how you powered up your signatures between the drives. And I'd like to read out what they said in that initial blog because it doesn't really answer a lot of questions. And now that we have gotten the second drive event, there are a lot more questions that need to be answered. So yes, this is about the second drive event, but I do think this is very important context. So this is what it says. Each of the next 3 seasons, including season 12, which was last season, will include a new drive to participate in. With each drive, you'll be able to unlock a new prestige tier for your signatures. Okay? That is, I assume, what, Prestige 1, Prestige 2, Prestige 3, Drive 1, Drive 2, Drive 3. I'm pointing at it in real life. Let's use the pointer. 1, 2, 3, right? Okay. Regardless of your rank, only the most dedicated players will reach the highest prestige elite signature card and complete a drive. When the next competitive drive begins, your signature will prestige, right? So that's going to be the 2 and the 3. Your signature will prestige, indicated by a Roman numeral counting the number of drives you completed in that competitive drives period across those 3 seasons. So basically, every 3 seasons is one thing of the drive, right? So you can see here, the first drive is the regular one, and then the second one, if you prestiged, then you get to work on the next version. If you didn't prestige, I think the idea being that you stay on the regular one, right? And if you prestige again, if you do both, you can try and get that level 3, right? So when a new competitive drive period begins, everyone's signature will restart and a new signature reward will be available to earn during the following seasons. So I wanted to talk about this because, as you can see here, this example that they've given is with the signatures from the first one, right? So in the very first one, there was this red one. It's got the hexagonal look, and then kind of like this pixely, I don't even know how to describe it, type deal. But the way that they describe this is that with the seasons going on and on, right? So signature or drive 2 and 3, they would have the same looking signature, right? But just with the next prestige, right? I think that's really important context because that is what they kind of showed us initially, right? I want to swap you over to actual Overwatch because if you are aware, the drive is purple. The drive is completely different. And I think that this is something that they kind of didn't explain very well, and honestly has made me a little more confused. Again, this video is about the general drive event, but to be honest with you, there isn't that much that's changed about it. We'll talk about a couple of small things, but I really wanted to talk about how confusing this event really has been, because I was under the impression that these first series of drives, right, for these 3 seasons would have the similar looking signatures, right? And then you would prestige between them. So if you finish the first one, you go all the way to the end of that drive. The next time around, you get to work on level 2. And if you get all the way through that, you get to work on level 3. That's what it read to me. But then we get to this one, and you can see here, let's look at this. This is the last match, and it shows off a lot of things. This is Sleepy. Sleepy has the second variant of the signature with no prestige at all, right? So basically what that means is that Sleepy did not prestige last time and is completely working now. They're working through it, right? They haven't finished. Moose Balls down here has not finished either, but they have the 1 next to them. That means that they have prestige. And then Schween down here also has the 1, but they're finished with it. What is the difference between this? So basically what it means is that Moose Balls finished the signature last time, and now they have prestiged, and they're working on this one, right? So they're on that second tier. So they're not finished with it, but if they get it, then in theory, they get the 2 next to their name, right? Schween, however, did not finish the first drive, but has finished this drive. So that's why they get the 1. the reason I'm talking about this is that these are purple. I don't quite understand why the drive has changed. Why has the image, the graphic of it changed when the progress is carrying over from last time? To me, that doesn't really make a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot more sense to work on the same signature, especially over like a 6-month period. That way they never really have to go away. They can just kind of like they don't have to like kind of randomly reset, right? Like the old drive is all gone. You can't use that red one anymore. You have to use the purple one, and you have to get the purple one, right? But if I prestiged the red one under the assumption that it would still be red by the next time to work on the prestige, now it's purple and it's a completely new graphic. There's a world where I would be upset about that. Now, that didn't happen to me. I didn't play that much comp during that time. I've only played a little bit during this time as well. But there's a really weird expectation with these signatures that I'm not quite certain. I don't really understand what the idea was. What is the point of having different ones? What is the point of grouping them together, having things carry over from the last one when they're just going to drastically change and we don't even know what they're going to look like beforehand? None of us knew what the drives were actually going to look like until we got into this one. So that's kind of what I really wanted to point out with this particular drive, right? So that is the complete new thing, the new, like, what is going on with this drive in particular. But with that out of the way, I do want to talk about what do I actually feel about this drive? Have they changed anything? Stuff like that. So let's just talk about a couple of my other gripes that I had. I watched my old video back to see what I liked and didn't like. One, the drive period has been expanded. They did do it on Thanksgiving weekend, so if you're in the United States, a lot of people probably wouldn't be able to play, but it goes through Monday, and I assume Tuesday through like 2 o'clock, how they typically do. So it's a longer period. I think that's good. To compensate, it actually takes longer, right? To get through the drive last time. To complete the drive, you needed 2,700. Now you need 3,200, and everything has been upgraded along the way. So that makes a lot more sense since the drive is longer. They want you playing that entire time. And I'll say, I played a little bit today and yesterday. Games are pretty good. I would say better on average than they have been over the season. I have not played a lot this season. I've not been a big fan of the meta as it stands. So, and if you see my ranks, they've not been in a great position recently since I haven't been playing. But the games have been generally good. Now, I don't quite understand why this doesn't just go through the rest of the season just to have the late game or the late season games be better overall. Leaving the last week of the season just kind of be abandoned doesn't quite make that much sense to me, but whatever. Also, small gripe here. I wanted to say, I really wish you could check your drive progress. Right here, you can't click on this, so that means when you're in queue, you don't get to go to this screen while you're in queue, so you can't really check your drive progress while you're in queue. That's a little bit annoying. They do have, and I don't remember if this was in the first one, but they do have something at the end of the game that shows you the progress, although I think it's a little hard to miss. It's on the side, like the right side of the screen. So that is something, but, oh, another thing, let's look at this, right? These look good right away. They aren't bugged, they aren't glitched, I assume they won't go away like they accidentally did last time. They're properly displaying on all things, and I think in general the purple just looks nicer. I like what this signature looks like. I probably won't turn this one off. I considered turning the last one off, but it's only there for like 2 months, so like, do I really care that much? So yeah, no, I think these look good. I think the rollout of this drive has definitely been better, but has it been that much different? No, I mean, not really. There's nothing too much, and that's why, like, this video is not like a super big critique of it. I really just wanted to talk about like the confusion I have with what the drives are trying to accomplish, at least season over season, right? So with that, that's kind of what I have for the drives, but I would like to throw in 2 extra things here at the end just because they're not enough to make a whole video on, and I do kind of want to talk about them. The first one being Twitch drops. Come watch twitch.tv/Lane Hemingway if you want your Battle Pass skips. Remember that if you've finished the Battle Pass and you're on the extra tiers, those actually don't count for the extra tiers. They will save for next season. So get a head start on that next Battle Pass. The other thing, the actual thing I want to talk about now that I'm in the application here, let's talk about the shop. Now, I made a video about cosmetics a very long time ago. Not a very long time ago, like a month or 2. And I talked about how I think they need to be a little less stingy about recolors, especially for skins that are very old. And lo and behold, there's actually a bundle here. You see it, it's the Zombie Summer bundle that is 91% off the asking price of all the individual items. So basically, what does this mean? Here, let me real quick. I'm gonna get my camera out of the way here. We're gonna shove it just down here. So basically, what is going on here? Well, they have put in this bundle the 3 skins that couple like 2017 skins, 2018 skins, whatever, and then the recolors of them, these zombie variants, right? The drowned one or whatever, and like a highlight intro and victory poses and whatever, which are nothing. But they've put them in here for like 1,000 coins. So you get 6 skins for 1,000 coins, which, if we know anything about Overwatch, this is a pretty good deal for how they monetize their stuff, right? Even better, you don't have to get the whole bundles. Let's say I only want the Soldier 76 stuff. Well, I can just go get this for 500 coins only. That's about $5, so you get 2 skins, a highlight intro, and a zombie, the walk, whatever, I don't know. And of course, if you have some of them, it's much cheaper. So I could get the new skin and the highlight intro for like $3, right? The reason I want to talk about this, and I think this is actually a really big deal, is because it shows me an actual like real pricing model for these recolors, right? I have never been incentivized to get a recolor of these skins because I frankly don't care. I really want the new stuff. I don't want to spend my hard-earned money on them. But if you're selling these for like cheapo numbers, I probably still won't get them, to be honest with you. But a couple other people who are trying to like finish their collection or just get a couple of cool skins, right? This could be a really good way to actually get people to buy recolors, because I think that not a lot of people actually buy the recolors, but if they are so dirt cheap and bundled together with the actual skin with them, getting a discount if you have the skin it's based on, that's a great way. Like, I did pitch this in that video way back when. I'm glad to see that in here. I think this is actually a really good deal. Of course, it's all in-game skins, like it's all fake value, fake money type stuff. But for what they ask for some of these other things, like the $40 to get the soldier mythic weapon compared to 2 skins, highlight intro, whatever, this is great. I think this is a really good step forward, something that I don't see anyone really talking about. So I really wanted to highlight it because there's a feeling I have that we're going to see a lot more of this going forward, maybe this season, but in particular, season 14 is just around the corner. This could be a really good way to get people actually caring about those recolors because they're just going to be so cheap. So yeah, that's it. Of course, like a la carte, right? They're still the same prices. So it looks like you're getting a really good deal. Are you really? That's, debatable, but I wanted to point that out. I think that's really good, but that's all I've got. Again, this was about the drives. I'll just don't forget this. This is about the drive system. But that is it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you like this video. Season 14 is just around the corner. I've got a lot of stuff planned for the launch of that. And by the end of the year, I've got a couple of really big projects that should be coming out within the month. Very excited for those. Stay tuned. But twitch.tv/Lane Hemingway, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That is where I stream live. You get some insider info about what I'm working on. Just get in some of these discussions live. This was not streamed live, but most of them will be if they are not edited. So join there if you want. And join my Discord down below if you want to talk all things Overwatch and be the most up to date on some extra stuff I'm working on too. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Please have a good day and get out on that competitive drive.